What's poppin', players? Welcome back to a TwoPennyGames React. This time, the Xbox Developer Direct 2024. I am your host, Tavin Bothel, here with my good friend and co-host. Say hello to the people, Phil Shoemaker.
That's me. Another year, another Developer Direct.
Hell yeah. Phil, last year's Developer Direct, I thought went swimmingly. There were a lot of great in-depth demos of a bunch of games that went out that year, namely, obviously, the surprise drop of Hi-Fi Rush and the demo of Redfall, which, we watched and went, that's not looking great. What else was there? Minecraft Legends and Forza and something else. Starfield there? I feel like Starfield. No, Starfield wasn't there. Starfield got its own thing later.
I don't think it was there, no.
No, but I ended up really liking the Developer Direct. I thought it was a great in-depth showing and gave nice personalities to every studio that showed up. And so I'm very, very excited that they're doing it again. This one is to kind of cement the formula in my mind. Like last year, we did it. It was a thing. Some things went well. Some things we probably want to change. But this year is definitely okay, now we've got it here. They've already said no surprise, shadow drop, nothing. None of that happening. So, what we are expecting here today is Avowed. We are expecting Senua's Saga Hellblade, Indiana Jones, and then something called Aria History Untold, which I'm not familiar with.
Is it Aria or Ara? Because I think
it's Ara. I misread
ARA.
it. I misread it. It's Ara. So yeah.
Because I remember I was reading this to my GM saying that's what I was going to do today. And because he doesn't really keep up with the news side of it, but he also plays games, especially he doesn't keep up with Xbox at all. He has a PlayStation just like us.
Yeah.
Superior. But anyway, neither of us really had ever heard of Aura History Untold. I assume it's like a new IP.
Perhaps let's dive in and find out here. No more waiting. I'm very excited to see what they have in store for us. 48 minutes and 41 seconds, Phil. Let's go ahead and jump right in it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I assume you were on the one part of the stream, where now you're on the 18 plus and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we're on the right page.
I'm streaming to you what I'm seeing.
Oh, okay. Well, I have my own thing going too.
Oh, okay. Yo, we got cartwheels in the office?
Yeah, right? Todd Howard.
Why even show Todd Howard?
I don't know.
Just to show off all these Xbox studios?
I guess.
Todd, you already put out a game.
It's true. It was middling at best.
That's what they say. Oh, starting with Obsidian. Avowed, baby. Streets are saying Indiana Jones is this year, Phil. That's what the streets are saying.
What I've heard.
We're definitely going to have to wait and find out.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed. Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the living lands. A frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague and discover a secret at the heart of the living lands. At Obsidian, we love creating worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. And Avowed is no different. We set out to blend the believable and fantastical to give players a world and experience like no other. It's colorful, it's vibrant, it's strange. It's one of the most incredible settings in the world of Aora. There's going to be a lot of great secrets to discover, one of which has a really personal connection to you as the player character, and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world. And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the depth and breadth of choice that you get with an RPG. Here to talk more about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
Here at Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give you the freedom to mix and match
Yeah,
your
you got
layout
actual
to fit
wands
the
in this
way
game.
you
I didn't
want to
realize
play
that.
from moment to moment,
that's pretty nuts.
uninterrupted.
Oh,
For
yeah.
all battles, you can combine a variety
Oh,
of weapons,
yeah.
attacks,
This is what I
and
wish,
abilities for tactical advantages.
Sea of Thieves
Legacy?
played,
It's a wide
Sea of
range
Thieves
of
played like.
types.
Hogwarts Legacy would be
It's
sick
not
too,
just
but
hacking
yeah.
and slashing. You're making real-time decisions about when to use your abilities, powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries, and special attacks.
They're fucking those coupled in.
If you choose to approach
enemies
combat
up.
with a one-handed wand, it feels quick and snappy when dealing damage to enemies at mid-range. Using the Tanglefoot ability, you can stop enemies in their tracks, giving you the opportunity to focus on weaker or tougher combatants
Phil, this
in an
speaks
intentional
this
and
speaks to
controlled
me
manner.
in so many ways.
It's important to pay attention to
I don't love the
types
way
of
it
enemies
looks.
you're
I don't
dealing
love
with.
the art style
Some
that they
units are
chosen, but I'm
extremely
sure I'll get
defensive,
used to it.
That's my
some are
main
brutally
hang up on it
difficult.
is how
And
everything.
others, you must make sure
like,
you
looks
prioritize
visually.
where their healing capabilities will put you in a tough spot. To help with the different encounters
This
you
kinda
will
looks
face,
goofy.
we
Yeah.
provide customizable
Clunky.
loadouts that can be quickly switched during combat. That means you can play
Like,
however you want.
It's like they
Equip a
chose
sword
the
and
art
shield
style of
and
an
charge
early
into
access
battle.
game, but it's not an early access game.
Dual-wield pistols
You know what I
and
mean?
control
Yeah.
the encounter mid-range. Or even
know you had
dual-wield
pistols in
wands
this
to feel like a gunslinging mage.
Yes, that's
You
what I
can
like
use
to
your
do.
enchanted wand to freeze enemies, and then use
fuck
a
'em up
level
with
one
a sword?
weapon's power
Oh
attack
my
to
God.
shatter them. We've worked hard to keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold by creating a balance
And
between
then they're playing it
pressure
in the background.
and
Phil. Did you
manageability
see them
during
playing it in the
combat.
background?
Players will have ample
I
choices
can't
for how
see
to
them playing it.
build
It
and
looks very
progress
blurry in the
their
background. I couldn't
envoy
see.
in the world
Yeah,
of the
they got
living
the
lands
focus logo.
as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions. Some quests in Avowed will have you make difficult decisions with profound consequences.
This is what I wanna
Like this
know.
side quest you may encounter in Shatterscarp, the third region you'll explore on your
gonna
journey
mute for
through
a
the
second.
living lands. As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen soldiers. And as you explore the remains of the battle, it's up to you to determine who, if anyone, is at fault.
Just the four of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki, and me. Training under Captain Ruiki. Trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words, you're a gang of
Phil
vigilantes.
taking a call, probably from work.
Not that I'm one to judge.
Here. Take my badge.
Oh,
Take
he's gotta
everyone's.
go. He's gotta go have the conversation.
Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them.
Making the right choice isn't always what it seems. We embrace moral nuance and gray areas,
Let's
trusting
go.
players to make tough decisions in complicated situations.
My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zorips. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else. Look, I can't face those monsters alone, but I have to know if anyone else made it out. Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you? That Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was paranoid? That I was a dumb baby?
Well,
I heard it all often and loudly. Wait, if you found Sergeant Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened?
At the end of the quest, you have a choice. When you confront Private Naoki, if you believe the story he's told you, you can hand over the badges and let him go back home.
You're right. Real battle isn't something you can prepare for, is it? It's not my fault. No, they should have never have camped in the cave. I'll take
Okay.
the badges. I'm going back to Thirdborn.
But if you confront him, if you believe that he fled the site of the battle as an act of cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor. Either way, when you return to town,
And we're
you'll
not
see
gonna
the
show you that.
consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest. Creating an immersive experience like
Okay.
Avowed
That was-
is
that was
anchored in the
strange
world
that
we
they,
build.
like,
Art director
didn't
Matt
show us
Hansen and the
anything
team
different, but
have
it-
worked to create a unique, colorful, and dynamic visual style.
From the outset, we knew that we wanted Avowed setting to feel rich, weird, and wonderful. We found inspiration in a wide swath of real-world cultures, helping us create a unique RPG experience. By contrasting the vibrant with the dull, or verdant spaces with
I hope
sickly
Phil's
ones,
okay.
we can
Hope
better
everything's going
deliver
all right.
complex emotional experiences for our players. The Living Lands is a continent of untamed valleys with widely varied biomes, from luxuriant forests to volcanic wastes. And each of those regions itself is a conflux of storied landscapes. All of the regions have a lot of special things associated with them, but I have a deep place in my heart for Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color. By transitioning
It's
from
giving, like,
destitute,
early
muted
BioWare
tones
vibes.
of a
Like
wasteland
Knights of the
of
Old
sand
Republic, Mass
and
Effect
marching in
1,
towards a
Dragon Age
beautiful
Origins.
oasis.
Like, that's what this
There's
is
the
giving.
opportunity there for life, for adventure, and even a little danger.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at Avowed. We're thrilled to share more about the game in the coming months.
Like, clearly,
and we
obviously,
can't wait
yes,
for you
like,
to explore the Living
because they
Lands
did
when
Fallout
Avowed
and
launches this fall.
the way Outer Worlds work. They're so very closely tied to, like, a Bethesda game style. But I don't know, man. There's something about this one that it gives me a bunch of interesting thoughts. I don't think it's going to be one of the best games ever, but I think it's certainly going to be interesting. Avowed? Oh, beautiful art. Wow, that looks dope. No date? Fall 2024. Okay. 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 Everything at the last Xbox Direct did release within that calendar year. They've been working on Avowed for a long, long time, so I'm sure that they're close. Fall 2024. I'll believe that it's coming in 2024. I'll believe that. Ninja Theory. Get back to... Oh, I totally forgot that I have this too. Oh, that looks awful. We're not going to do that. Okay.
Hi, I'm Don Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now in the final months of development on Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and the team is working hard to bring you an unforgettable journey into Senua's unique world and her battle for survival, where we have once again combined high fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope you care about too.
You see how surreal you are. Do you see how the pitiless world stamps you down?
Oh, he's back.
Senua is back with a new quest. She wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source
Heyo, he's
in
back.
Iceland. But
Sorry
not
about
just
that.
her
Holy
quest has
shit.
changed.
Ugh.
Senua herself
Did everything
has
explode
grown
or
since
something?
the
What happened?
first Hellblade.
No, it was
She's
just a
made peace with her
work
past
issue.
and is
I'm
no
dumb and
longer
I
in
didn't
such
do
fear of her visions
something
and
that I
voices.
should have done.
While the Furies
I
are
like
still her
actually
constant
took somebody's
companions,
gift card with
she
me and I
encounters
forgot they were
new
paying with the
people
gift
along
card,
the
so it
way.
was still on me.
Some of which will
So I had to give
value
them the
it from
numbers
her
and all that.
perspective,
Oh, okay,
and
okay,
others
okay.
who will reject
As
it.
long as it got settled.
Little
That's
by
good.
little.
Yeah, it got settled.
This settlement
Avowed
good.
Fall 2024.
Okay.
became my tribe.
Still not a date. Do we
Not a
get a
hard date.
date for Hellblade, do you think?
I think absolutely.
In the game, Senua
It's gotta be,
arrives
right?
in
There's
10th
no excuse
century
not to at this
Iceland
point.
on the trail of the Vikings.
It's
can
also
get
worth
one-
noting. I
one-
forgot to
In the
say it at
story,
the
we're
top. I
trying to
did
be
say
as
while you were gone,
faithful
but
to history
everything
as
in
we
the
can up
Xbox
to a
Developer
point,
Direct last year came
establishing a
out that year.
solid framework and then building
That's
more
true.
surreal elements
So,
on top.
Obviously,
Senua
Avowed, not a
faced
hard
up
date, could
to
still slip to next
giants
year,
who
but
plunged
they've
the
been working on
lands
it
into
a long
chaos,
time,
and which in
and
turn
they
has
look
seen the
they
rise
look
of the Droiga,
they look pretty close to being
violent
done.
threat that has swept through
What
the
was it? It was
settlements
Minecraft
since
Legends,
discovered.
Forza.
Senua
Forza,
will
Hi-Fi
make
Rush,
new
and then
enemies and also new allies who will come to see
remember
her
what the
unique
last one was.
perspective
Redfall.
as a beacon of hope.
Redfall.
And she'll discover along with us how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
A sign.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other people don't, hearing voices, and having unique beliefs about the world around her. To bring Senua's perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
What does that mean? What does that mean? It's terrifying.
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments,
Sends a shiver down the
seeking
back.
answers from patterns and signs
All
that
the
Senua
trees and
sees in
stuff?
her own unique way.
Not just the voices,
and battling through
the way they,
encounters
like,
with enemies that will
move in
push
the
Senua
headphones.
to her limits.
Oh, yeah, I get you. I think I'm slightly ahead of you.
On Saga, we've taken everything to the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew, and a new cast.
We spent a lot of time planning the motion capture shoots, thinking of what events would be good to bring into this fight. Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight? We have all new combat for the sequel. One of our key goals was the ability to actually tell a story throughout it. It does feel very different from the first game, but it's very brutal and you're very invested in it.
This is
Senua
like
isn't a
the
superhero.
most
She's fighting for
cinematic
survival,
combat
and we want
I've
the
ever
player
seen.
to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
I really like the visuals in this game. I guess it's just
Mel knows
speaks to,
Senua
like,
better
how
than
good
anyone,
the,
better than I do.
like,
Her
motion
instincts
capture
are
and all that stuff
amazing,
is.
and
Yeah.
she
This looks really
really
good.
doesn't
Yeah.
need much help from me.
Their animation and
On
presentation
stage, our
was
main
off the
focus is
chain
storytelling.
from what I saw
so
in the
I
first
get
one.
to watch the actors and see all
never
the
played
beautiful
it, but I saw a
expressions on
lot
their
of it.
faces.
So like that was
and
always
then I
off
have
the
to
chain
wait a
and
little
really
while,
dope.
and then I get to see
But
that
the big
all
hang up was the
again
combat
in game,
for
in
reviews.
costume,
Yeah,
on
so.
location, everything. It's a great experience, a great
I'm hoping
process.
they find a better
Every
game.
discipline in the studio is
put
unified
the,
in achieving a deep level of immersion to
put the
help
first game
suspend your
in,
disbelief
the wheel,
and
right?
pull you into Senua's story.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, because I remember
We
I
were
was
lucky
talking about
enough
it before,
to
and
do a
then
few
I added
reference
it to,
gathering
like,
trips
the-
in Iceland.
that
You have to be
segment
there.
of chat,
The sense of scale, everything is
channel.
incredible. And you see a scene or you see a small section of the game and you're like, yeah, that works, that's amazing.
Senua experiences reality differently, and a part of this manifests in the voices she hears.
She will collapse. She will collapse.
These voices come to life through binaural audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is perfect for this because through headphones, you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space. In the first game, we only applied to the voices that Senua listens in her head. In this game, through spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience.
What will they do to her? What will we do to us?
Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade.
Okay.
On the music, we are working with Heilung, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them. We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game and elevates it to something really special. We are also working with a heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and
It's
unique
so interesting,
experience.
like how they just walk around the microphone like that.
Yeah, it's a specialized mic.
Our mission
Yeah,
here at Ninja
I'm
Theory
super into that.
is
I think
to
that sounds really
craft
cool.
life-changing art with game-changing tech.
The
And that's our
technology
aim
is
in
dope. I'm
Senua's
just
Saga.
curious as to like,
Hellblade
as
2
a
is to
game,
not
how will
only
it perform?
See where Senua goes next, but to deliver something really meaningful for our players.
My hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua, and we are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing. So that makes it real.
I'm so proud of the love, care, and passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only create a game that is great to play, but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay through to our action set pieces, from our cinematic scenes to our puzzle solving, everything is crafted in service of Senua's journey. A journey that you can embark on May 21st.
Ooh, May 21st.
Oh, okay, okay. Very nice. Very nice. Good date. Good date.
What's interesting to me is why did they flip the title? Because the first game was Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, and now
yeah,
it's
Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
Surprise
Square.
thing from
Oh, they do a little surprise something here. What's this? Square Enix poking their head in.
They're probably going to show us Metaphor Refantasio, maybe?
I don't know. I don't recognize the art.
Because I know that's going to be Xbox exclusive, so.
Is it?
Yeah.
Greetings, Xbox players.
Oh, it's also,
My name
I'm dumb.
is
That's an
Masaru
Atlas game.
Oyamada, producer for
You're
the
right,
Mana
yeah.
series here at
I was going to say, the art did not
Square
look
Enix.
right.
聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの情報を
Visions of Mana.
ユーザーの皆さんに
Visions,
いち早くお伝えできる機会をいただけて大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては
Well, see, now they've set the pattern of we're going to have a surprise game showing up at these every time.
聖剣伝説シリーズは1991年にファイナルファンタジー
Surprise
外伝
game
として
showing up,
誕
not a
生して以
surprise
降
drop, though.
Yeah.
マナと聖剣をめぐって描かれる愛をテーマに個性豊かなキャラクターたち、心に響く楽曲の数々、武器の特性を生かして戦うアクション RPG としてこれまでに17作発売され長らく愛されてきました。本作は30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるため、これまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。
Oh,
シ
okay.
リ
So
ーズ
they're
おな
going
じみのモンスター
more
たちも
like
本作に登場していま
modern
す。
Dragon Quest now.
Mm-hmm.
今回これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である石井浩一さんとともに聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介していきたいと思います。
Hello, I am Koichi Ishii from Gretz. I am so happy to introduce the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players. 初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちをどのような形で最新化して聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナに落とし込むか、デザインの方向性からモデルの完成イメージまでを監修する立場でプロジェクトに参加しました。
Mushroom Guy is my favorite.
聖剣伝説ファイナルファンタジー外伝を作っていた頃から自分の頭の中では
If they show me a 3D model of that little alligator guy, I'll lose my mind though.
これまで自分が携わった
Give me the pumpkin, man. Give me the
それ
pumpkin.
らをどうやって当
Oh, like the little
時
crab.
の技術で表現できるかにこだわって作ってきました。
Very
最新作では聖剣伝説のモンスターたちのただ可愛いだけではなく
From an outside
恐ろしさの部分も
non-Pokemon
しっかり
perspective,
と
yes.
表現できているのでバトル中はモンスターたちの表情にも注目してください。
これまで
You're right,
聖剣伝
Pokemon are
説シリーズには
You're right.
空を旅する
Incorrect.
海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、
Some of them, yes.
今作には
Grand
広大なフ
majority
ィー
I'd
ルド
have to
探検
disagree.
に欠かせない新たな仲間が登場します。
I love a big fox.
陸上を
Oh,
猛
look
スピー
at
ド
it.
で
He's
走
so
り回ってく
cute
れ
and
る
chibi
ピックル
looking.
ピックルも石井さんが新たに考案してくださっています。
新たな仲間を考えるにあたっては今作のマスコットキャラクターになるくらい可愛い動物にしたいという漠然とした思いがありました。その上で
I like the
ヨ
new
ークシャ
rolls
テ
up.
リアの
It's
毛
pretty
並み
cute.
見た目はアルマジルによく似た仙山港や古代エジプト神のアヌビスの子供といった具体的なイメージが浮かんできてそれぞれの特徴を取り入れながらラフデザインを書き起こしました。デザイナーにもアイデアを出してもらいながら足の長さや丸まった時のイメージなどゲームの中での見え方も考えながら調整を重ねていきピックルは誕生しました。
もう一つの挑戦は楽曲面です。過去さまざまなコンポーザーが携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が感じられつつも最新作として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。 BGM でもしっかり聖剣伝説シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思い
Soundtrack
ま
very
す。
important for these games.
過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索からバトルまでをシームレスに体験できるよう今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており、冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。探索中の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間、アレンジが切り替わる様を実際に聞いてみましょう。今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。空中でのアクションがバトルの鍵となっており、武器での攻撃だけでなく魔法での攻撃も可能になっています。
I love some good aerial combat.
そして本作ならではの特徴として聖剣伝説シリーズではおなじみの精霊たちがいますが、その力を宿した武器を使うとバトルを手助けしてくれるようになります。精霊によっては様々な特性の違いがありますので、その効果とともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい不思議な力で爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
オリジナルモンスターやピックリにも注目してほしいのですが、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナは聖剣伝説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう、小山田君を中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ発売日を楽しみに待っていてください。私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。
聖剣伝説シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナは今後も様々な情報をお届けしていきますので、ぜひご期待ください。この夏この忘れられない冒険を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでいただける日が今から待ちきれません。
Alright. I'm gonna mute one more time real quick.
Okay. Where are we going next? I mean, I assume you save Indiana Jones for last, so probably whatever this Ara game is.
Hello, and welcome to Oxide Games. We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games.
This one's the
of all
Ara
time,
one,
like
right?
Civilization 5. We came together to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love.
Oh, you got a Will
Our
tummy
History
ache?
Untold is the game we dreamt of making.
Ara is an homage to historical gamers, strategy gamers, 4X gamers. It features all the depth and gameplay fans of this genre love, where you'll explore the world, expand your nation, govern your people, and engage with your rivals on the international stage. But it isn't just more
I feel like
of the same.
Xbox has one of these every year.
With Ara, we wanted to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern, empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
For example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office, which are all things that we purchased in order to add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good. Hi, Dan. That's Dan. We started in his basement.
We started in his basement.
It's been an amazing process to see from concept to completion. We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design.
See, and that's what I like about these directs is they let us get like a little bit of personality
what
from
made
the
us
devs
fall in
out,
love with strategy
which I
games
enjoy.
in the first place.
The end result is Ara, the historical grand strategy game that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
For Ara, we knew we needed deep systems with outcomes that encourage exploration and give players the power to experiment and make meaningful strategic choices while still having agency over their playstyle.
We also wanted to explore more in different parts of history and give players from around the world the chance to see the game reflect their unique perspective and not just ours.
And finally, we knew that for players to feel the impact of their decisions, they would need to see their choices reflected in the game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu. One of the first differences you'll see when you dive into Aura is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life, an intuitive, authentic, and immersive space, a blank canvas for players to paint the society of their dreams.
The living world isn't just a map. It reflects the choices players make over the course of the game. They can see everything from the settling of the wilderness to cultural influence on architecture over time to the thousands of citizens living their lives and reacting to the changes. We want players to feel like they're truly occupying the world, leading their people as they thrive and grow. Core to the vision of Aura is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. And no feature better exemplifies this than the Prestige system.
To win a game of Aura, players will compete with their rivals to build the most influential, impressive, and important nation the world has ever known.
It's been probably a
This
decade
is measured by
plus.
prestige, the player's score that proves their worth.
It's on Modern
as a
Warfare
leader.
3 for me.
The Prestige system gives players the chance to decide what kind of leader they want
Trying to
to
remember if I did it in
be.
Black
Do they
Ops
want to
2 or not.
pursue great works of arts and culture? Military might. Scientific advancement. The choice is theirs.
You fucking
In
mechs,
Aura,
though?
there are no set victory conditions.
yeah, this is
Players
history
get to
untold,
decide
Phil.
what is most important to them and
I
focus and
suppose.
prioritize on those goals while still being able to win the game.
Personally, when I play Aura, I like to build triumphs. Triumphs are our collection of incredible monuments and architectural achievements from throughout human history.
Oh, you like the
Like the
art
Great Pyramid
win.
of Giza. They're hard to build, but worth it, giving huge prestige bonuses and game-changing abilities to the nation that constructs them.
Another aspect of Aura that I'm personally excited about is our crafting system.
The crafting system offers a unique challenge to the player that they generally won't see
Do some
often in the
crafting?
4X genre. Succeeding at balancing, gathering the
Unless
right
you're gonna
things,
tell me that we can
turning them
mine.
into the tools that you need.
It looks
and then
good. I've just
finally
never
getting to
I've
the
never played a
outcome or
4X
reward
game,
of
so I don't
something like
know
an
what
important
I'm looking at.
improvement
Never
or
really
triumph.
been- never really
Just
been my-
changes
my
the
cup of tea.
challenge that exists in Aura compared to other 4X games.
I've yet to meet a
Crafting plays
genre
out in
that I
Aura
don't
at
like.
a national scale, with players honing and combining the natural resources
just
they
ne- I've
harvest
not
into
been
all
introduced.
manner
Maybe
of
this
goods
is
and
it. Maybe
components.
this is my chance.
Those are the foundation for everything, from international trade
I
to
played
improving their cities and
Civ
citizens' lives,
6.
and even manufacturing the weapons necessary to draft military
That was the
units.
last one they did.
The crafting system in Aura encourages thoughtful, advanced planning. It rewards players who can see the strategic outcome of all their
Yeah.
collective decisions,
not
and
for
not
me.
just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turn
I only
system.
got it because
Many strategy games have players
Ferguson,
alternate, taking
Glenn,
turns
and
and
I think
reacting
there was
to
another
their
person, I
opponent's
can't remember
moves.
exactly who, but
In
they were all
Aura,
playing it.
all players' actions are
And I was like,
resolved
yeah,
at
I'll
the same
get
time.
in on that.
This
And I
rewards
fucking
players'
suck
ability
shit
to
at it 'cause I don't
navigate
understand it.
uncertainty, to predict and strategically plan for a variety of scenarios in the moment. This system makes Aura just feel more real. In a typical strategy game, once your turn is finished, you have to wait for a long time. With simultaneous turns, generally speaking, those times are very low. You get to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime where you're not doing anything.
It's not easy
Play
sifting
for 30
through
minutes,
all
put
of
the
history
controller down for
and
2
picking a
hours.
conclude. For Aura, we wanted to offer a fresh perspective.
Jokes
So
on
we
you, I've
looked
been
at
engaged
cultures
since,
and societies throughout the millennia with the broadest lens possible.
Where this approach really shines is in our leaders. Leaders are so often seen as military personnel or prominent government figures, but leaders come in so many different forms. They're thought leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and many more.
Each leader in Aura
Also known
has
as
a number of
pussies
special
who
abilities
can't get the
determined by their
job done.
personality traits, as well as a powerful and unique leader trait informed by their contributions to world history.
With a diverse global roster, we know players will find leaders that they will want to play. And even a few that may surprise them with how fun it is when those leaders are handed the reins of power.
For us at Oxide, player feedback is the
huge
only way to
downgrade in
really
graphics
understand
right
what
there.
you're making. It gives us that priceless perspective from the people we're making Aura for. You.
Me?
Building the game alongside real players has given us that critical
You're a
player
second and a
feedback.
half, so every
In
time
the
you do
end,
one of
we believe
those,
this makes for a
it
deeper
just- you,
connection
like, step
between the
on them.
players and the game.
One of my favorite examples is when we first introduced the concept of dangerous wildlife to the game. It turns out, in our first iteration, it was maybe a little bit too aggressive or disruptive. We knew we should probably make a change when one of our insiders made a
bobcats
forum
were
post
wild,
that was
bro.
just,
Cougars, cougars.
Cougars, I hate cougars!
someone get these feline demons away
Jesus.
from me.
I
I'm
love a
happy
good
to
cougar.
report, based
You know
on
what
more
I'm talking
recent
about?
feedback,
You know what
that
I
I think we
mean?
ended up in a good
Love
place
me a good
with the
cougar.
overall threat level of
Do ya?
mountain lions
Yeah,
to a player's
baby.
citizenry.
It's been years of hard work to bring you a strategy experience like no other. and we're so excited that we can finally see the finish line.
Not so sure that you do.
We can't wait for players to get their hands on the game later this year.
But the launch of ARA is only the beginning. We're going to maintain our insider program after the release date and continue to listen to players and support the game into the future.
On behalf of everyone at Oxide Games, thank you for joining us today. We can't wait for you to play ARA and to create your own history.
Okay. Fall 2024. We shall see. We shall see. All right, here we go, Phil.
Let's go.
What perspective are we in?
Hej och välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos Machine Games. We are really excited to finally be able to share our work on Indiana Jones. Since the first film came out, Indiana Jones has always represented the ultimate adventure. Even today, it's one of the most iconic franchises in pop culture. In this game, you aren't just
There were no more
playing
after the
as
Last
in
Crusade.
you
They stopped
are
there.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
You will see through his eyes and experience a journey that we
Dial of
hope
Destiny
lives
wasn't that bad.
up to the
I didn't
proud
see it.
legacy of Indiana
No
Jones.
interest.
When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good fit to help bring
That's
it
why
to
Todd
life.
Howard was there.
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones game forever. I'd had this idea.
Yeah, but you're not the
for
guy
what would
making it,
be
Todd.
Like, and the story, what Indy was going after,
just need the
what
name.
period of his life it was in, what kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years went on, I thought,
To
who
be
would
fair, this
like
deal
the
was struck
best
before
studio in the
Xbox bought
world
them, so.
to make this,
Yeah,
and it was my
He
friends. at
was
Machine
the
Games.
one making the call to do
I
it.
can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show you
It's good
what the
music
team
for
here
it.
has been up to. Let's take our first look at the new
great.
Indiana Jones game.
Let's do it.
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones. While you were playing your pointless game,
Oh shit.
I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
Oh. Imagine getting
It's gotta be
headbutt by a
third person, right?
You would imagine, but I can see it just
Oh.
as quickly. Oh, he is executive producer. Oh, first person.
History. Just different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs, scattered and buried.
Whoever they got doing the Harrison Ford impression is doing it. I like it.
To be found.
It's pretty good.
You can't just run away.
Oh my God, Marcus too?
Watch me.
Oh my God.
Yo. A little sneaky.
The
Throwing
whip.
shit. Yeah. Wilhelm screams.
History. Mankind has built
Why
sites
did it
of
have to be snakes?
great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
Oh, moments of third? For the swinging bits?
That
was a good transition.
Guys
Yeah.
before. Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I can keep up?
She's his type. Yeah.
patron of the fallen angels, protector of the Chukulimani, the Great Circle.
That's such a lame title.
You have any idea how old that was?
That was a good showcase.
Indiana Jones
It was a good show.
is such
Showing.
an iconic character, and he means so much to so many people.
Everyone here at the studio has their own indie stories and memories. Most of us grew up with his adventures and have been fans of the movies and the character for years.
He's a brilliant archaeologist, he's a charismatic everyman, he's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story
I think
for a
it might
modern
be- it
gaming
might be
audience. Our
Troy
game
Baker
is all
doing the
about putting
voice.
you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel
There were
what
some
he
bits that
sees
kind of
and
sounded
feels.
like him.
For us at Machine Games, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting, and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key, making each action feel like your own.
Whether it's cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temples,
I'm with it, man. Let's
or
solve
seeing
some
your
puzzles.
knuckles go bloody in a fist
Honestly.
fight. All of these moments
What a
are
great
much
way
more
to-
intense in first person.
A little more
But we
brawlery.
still
I
want you
like
to
this.
have those
What a great way to
moments.
like
Seeing his iconic
keep the
silhouette with the hat,
Machine
the
Games
whip,
identity
and so for things like
from
cutscenes
Wolfenstein.
and environmental traversal, we pull the
Separate
camera
ourselves
back
from
for a
Uncharted.
third-person view.
and still play to
Indiana
what's
Jones
great
and the
about
Great Circle is set between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade.
When our game begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's
Did they
curiosity.
say this was after Raiders but
Following
before
the trail,
Temple of Doom?
Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping to learn why
No,
this
between
particular
Temple of
relic
Doom and
was
Last
stolen,
Crusade.
and discovers that things aren't what they appear.
He starts
Okay.
pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels until he
Is
has
Last
no
Crusade
choice
also
but to
before
see it through
Raiders?
to the end, whatever the end. may
Raiders is
be.
the first one.
Yeah, but Temple of Doom is a prequel.
On next
Is it?
plane to Rome.
Yes, sir.
Stop. Need help. Stop. Meet me in Vatican. Stop.
Interesting. Okay, I don't know.
We always talk about how clever Indiana Jones is. That had to be one of our guiding principles when we were
I
thinking
mean, it
about
doesn't
the
really
type
matter,
of
but
game
the fact
we
that they
were
brought the
making.
timeline up makes me go,
It wouldn't
why?
be Indy if he wasn't using his wits to get through the situation. The most authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think first.
Getting the hang of this.
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard.
I don't
but
know
I think
how
most of the time you'll
I
have
went all
more
these
fun,
years and did not
to
know
be
that it was
honest,
a
a more
prequel.
genuine
Yeah.
indie experience
Doom-
by
Temple
finding
Doom
more clever
before,
ways to solve
Raiders.
the problem.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols,
But
and
this would be the
using
first
their
time I've ever heard
advantage,
of Last Crusade being before Raiders.
or using the tools that you're
So
disposal.
maybe they said
like the
maybe they
whip.
said it's between
It's an
Temple of Doom
amazing
and
global
Raiders then.
adventure with action propelling you through your journey.
We have these really diverse environments for you to explore. Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of Egypt, the snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
We look carefully at each location and the time period the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music.
Indeed.
John Williams is the original composer for the indie films, and we're really lucky to have found Gordy Hub, a composer who's been able to capture Williams' essence with his score for The Great Circle.
We also take a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
And of course, our characters do a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now she's found an ally in this determined American
It's one of those things that when they get it right, you're instantly like, yeah, no, this is
and
awesome.
they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
Fight. What do you mean if I can keep up?
We always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. They're both brilliant people, compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under in
Troy Baker voices Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Are you serious?
Yep.
That's a great pull for him.
One of our models for Indiana Jones.
I thought I could hear the voice, like when he was like quieter.
Adventure first.
I could hear.
But in every indie adventure,
Troy.
there are always those moments where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
I got a good ear for that kind of shit,
How you
Tavin.
approach any given situation is up to you.
Well,
You may choose
I've heard
to
Troy's
sneak
Western
around enemy
accent
patrol,
or like
maybe you'll
Southern,
just
like
pick up a
that
shovel
type
and
of
whack them
voice.
on
I've
the
heard
back
him
of
do
their
it so
head.
many times that I'm like,
And when you
he
can't
would just
use
do
your
that, right?
wits, you got Indy's most iconic.
Indiana
tweak.
Jones isn't even Southern.
Just
He doesn't
like you see in the movie.
No,
talk
but
with a
that
Southern
voice,
accent.
that
to make the
Harrison
whip as
Ford
fun
draw
and multi-purposed as possible. We
has
want
been
to
done a million
integrate it
times.
into every
Like,
aspect
or
of the game.
like I've heard
You can
Troy
use it
in that
as a traversal
space
tool
before.
to make your way around the environment. You can use it as a distraction. And yes, you can
That's really
absolutely
funny.
Use it in combat. Everything you'd expect from Indy's whip, and hopefully a little bit more. Puzzles are a key feature in our game. The spirit of discovery is so important to Indiana Jones. Obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and are just there for the players who want to experience them. Epic traps, small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
Dude, if they have assuming this is going to be multi-platform and not Xbox exclusive, imagine the DualSense.
I want to thank
like
you all
switching
for
out
joining
the
us
whatever
for
you're
our big
grabbing, like
reveal
the
of
golden
Indiana
idol, and then
Jones
putting the
and the
bag
Great Circle.
down.
That would be
Imagine
sick.
is known
That would be
for
sick.
creating
Not a
these
shot in
rollercoaster
hell. This is
experiences
multi-platform.
with huge set pieces, surprising twists, and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for everyone, whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to be part of. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year.
Hell yeah.
I cannot wait to share
It's
more
fucking
soon.
Todd.
Todd in the background. Hell yeah.
Let's go, baby.
Rad.
Rad. Super rad. Shocking to see no Phil Spencer, no Sarah Bond, no Matt Booty, nobody
Yeah.
like from Xbox leadership here.
Well,
Were they in the last
Phil
one? They
wasn't-
may not have been in the last one.
I don't believe they were.
But that was great.
Phil wasn't.
That was great.
Yeah.
The developer_directs have become one of my favorite presentations that we get throughout the
Every year, yeah.
Let's deep dive into some games. Let's show off some
Is it
studio
Adults show them
personality.
game developers?
Yeah. It reminds us that these people are human, you know.
Our mission here
Yeah,
at
that,
Ninja
and it
Theory
just
is
it gives
to
you everything you
craft
want
life-changing
when
art
you're
with game-changing tech.
watching preview footage from games. It's like, here's some gameplay, here's what we're doing with technology, here's what we're doing with music.
Rule how you want to rule.
I think it also does a good job of like showing that the people making it are also excited about it.
Yes, that too. Yeah, and it allows the games to breathe in a way that like you don't even get, like when Starfield did its big hour-long direct last year before, whatever. Like this allows the game, I feel, to breathe a little bit more because we're diving into other things other than just heavy systems and blowing smoke up your ass about what you're going to be able to do. It like this, it feels like someone is just like, it feels like I'm literally stepping into the doors of the developer and just walking around and watching what each individual part of the system is doing. Like I'm really into these presentationally, and on top of that, all 5 of these games were great. Like Aura probably being my least interested personally, just because I don't have any experience with that.
I have to agree.
Oh, and some Elder Scrolls Online update coming soon. Okay, great. But yeah, overall, like, I was overall impressed with everything I saw today. Avowed continues to be like the game that like I'm like, you're saying all the right things, you're showing me the right things, but something is telling me it's not going to hit the heights I want it to.
All right, sorry, real quick clarification. The game takes place between Raiders and Last Crusade.
Okay, there we go. Avowed continues to be the game that I'm like, this looks dope. I'm into everything they're showing me, but something is holding me back from thinking it's going to be a huge banger. I think it's going to be a good game, maybe even a great game. But there's just something about it that says we're not hitting 9s and 10s on this one. But that's okay. Not every game needs to. In fact, I don't even think Obsidian wants to live in that space. I think Obsidian wants to give us very fun games that mean something to individual gamers, which I'm into that. There's just something about Avowed with the art style, something about the way that you were gone during that bit, but the way that the dialogue was playing out didn't feel super natural or super well written even. But granted, that could have been a smaller NPC thing that they wanted to showcase. But then also, why are you not showcasing your gold? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you and I talked about it. The art style just doesn't do it for me. It looks, I don't know. I don't want to say generic or cheap, but it doesn't look refined in some way. And I don't know what I can point to say that. It looks like a heavily modded Sea of Thieves, like just in the way that the art style exists here. So I don't know. Nonetheless, I'm excited to get my hands on it and to try it out, and I hope it does make it this year. How about you?
As far as Avowed goes, I'm not like super excited.
Okay.
It's never really been on my radar. I think out of all of us, Connor's the most excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll probably give it a try at some point. Since I don't know if now that after Starfield, I don't know if that's just an outlier or if anything that comes out nowadays isn't going to run well on the Xbox app through PC, you know.
Well, Bethesda and Obsidian are two very different dev studios, so
yeah, which is fair. I just I haven't played a game from the Xbox app or like the Game Pass app since Starfield, so I don't know if it's just a me thing or if it's just a Starfield thing.
I think that was a Starfield thing because there's that meme going around of someone asking Todd Howard, "Hey, why didn't you like optimize this game for PC?" And he told us all to go fucking upgrade our shit, and we're like, that's not a good quote that you want out there, buddy.
He also claimed that he did optimize it, and it was not optimized.
It was not optimized. Anyways, so yeah, I'm interested. Avowed is probably the one that I'm like, oh, can't wait to like. It is one of the 4 or 5 games here is one of my more anticipated ones of the lineup. Senua, again, beautiful, looks gorgeous, presentation off the charts. like the artistic strides that they're going for is off the charts. I'm excited to see what the reception is. I didn't play the first one, and I feel like that's a huge hang up for me, because this one, it feels like a series in which you need to play 1 and then 2. So
we got a date for it.
Maybe I just need to go do my homework. Yeah, May 15th?
21st.
May 21st, 2024. Good date. I don't think that's not very crowded right now. To my knowledge, I'd have to go look at a calendar, but I'm pretty sure we don't know anything after March.
Remember when
a few things
last October fucking Mario Wonder came out, Spider-Man came out 2 days before that, Sonic came out.
Good God.
Less than a week before that, Alan Wake 2 came out.
It's a busy time. We put out a lot of reviews. You should go watch them. Anyways. Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2. I'm excited to see the splash it makes. I don't know if I'm personally going to dive in.
I might. Who knows? It really depends on what I'm playing at the time.
Yeah.
I think for me, what I'm now most anticipating is I really like that Visions of Mana thing. That kind of clicked for me a little bit. I'm into that. And then Indiana Jones. That's those are like.
Well, yeah. I'm going through it. I'm hitting
sorry.
It. Yeah. So Senua's Saga not piquing your interest here?
Not really.
No?
I mean, I'll hop in. Like I said, it just depends on what I'm playing.
Okay. Well, then let's jump into it. Visions of Mana. Looks fantastic. It looks cute, looks, adorable in all the chibi ways. It's not like scratching my personal itch as a gamer. Personally, it looks a little too, I don't want to say button mashy, but it looks a little too rinse and repeat in the combat. It doesn't have that thing I criticized Final Fantasy 16 for, where like it looks like the combat has impact. Like with how you're blowing dudes around and how you're using spells to knock them into the air, and then you're jumping up and attacking them and so forth. Like it looks like it's gonna have the impact I want. It just, now I'm looking at it, he's throwing a lot of spells around. I don't know. Maybe I will like this.
The only thing I didn't really like is how like slow everything kind of looked.
It is looking slow, and I'm wondering if it's just because they're just holding a lot of stuff back. They're showing us fighting a lot of really small enemies in the open world and stuff like that. Like this is an action RPG. We're gonna be fighting giant something at some point. So I'm curious as to how that's gonna look. But what a great game for like kids to be able to jump in and play though. Like something that I'm like, yeah, I want my, like, I'm cool with this being played around my family and so forth. And it looks cute. It looks like it's going to have systems that will engage us a little bit more than most kids games do and so forth. So yeah, I'm enjoying what I saw from here.
Sure. Yeah. No, I'm right there with you. I really liked how this looked.
Yeah.
It was a good surprise that they threw at us for.
Oh, for sure. Well, and to that, for the developer_directs, I'm now worried that we're getting into the habit of just like, hey, there's always going to be a surprise game here. It's great that there are surprises. I love the surprises as much as everyone. When Square Enix popped up and they were like, 5th game, I was like, oh shit. But can you do that every time, and will it always be interesting? I don't know. Probably not. Game development's really hard to line up.
Time will tell.
Line up the stars in that. Aura, History Untold, looks good, looks well made, looks quality. I can't even tell you if I have any experience in this genre, so I cannot tell you if like how the quality looks, but just from like an outsider perspective, it looks good. Is it drawing me in? No. But is it a hard no for me? No. Like, I just don't, I don't see any reason as to why I would jump into this.
Yeah, I think for me, it's like a medium no, just because Civ didn't really hit for me. And I don't know. I just this genre is probably like one of my only ones that I like. Yeah, y'all enjoy your thing, but it's not for me.
This is one that, like, if the marketing push is there to remind me that it's happening and it's happening in a slow month, then I'm in. Yeah, sure, fuck it. I'll download it off of Game Pass and play it and check it out and have my first real experience with it. Maybe I'll fall in love, or maybe I'll be like, it's not for me or whatever. But I've been kicking around this idea with Connor. Is I think I'm genre immune. Like, I have no issues with any. I can't think of any genre of video game that I'm like, based off the genre, hard no. Like
the Kingdom Hearts genre.
The Kingdom Hearts series, sure. Not even a hard no on that. You know that. You know that, Phil. Don't be silly.
Yeah.
And then, let's get to the meat of it,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle coming this year. Machine Games. I thought it looked great. That's a terrible title. It's absolutely...
It's not even that bad.
No, it's awful. In the Great Circle,
It's not that bad.
That's something.
It's not that bad.
That's something you save for that is a standalone episode in some Indiana Jones kids cartoon or something.
But it's the reason it's called that is because all the monuments line up in a circle. That's why they call it that.
I am almost that is Attack of the Clones level bad.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, in a series that has such great names like Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Last Crusade, even Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is a fucking fire ass name. Bad
Tavin,
movie, but it's a dope name.
Why would they call it Attack of the Clones if the clones are on the good guy's side in that movie?
I don't know. And they also don't attack. So I don't know. But yeah, great circle. Great circle. It just sounds like, all right, kids, now Indy's gonna show you how to draw that's what it feels like to me. But that aside, everything they showed looked great to me and so forth. I love that it's slower in its gameplay. I love that he plays like a brawler. I love that it's not it's not Uncharted speeds. It's like real world speeds, because that's really what Indiana Jones is. He's just a fucking dude doing crazy shit and falling into crazy scenarios. And so I'm really into the tone that they've set. It looks beautiful. I love the art style that they've chosen. I love how much they've decided to lean into the Harrison Ford of Indiana Jones. They didn't try and do their own take on Indiana Jones. They said, no, this is Harrison Ford. It's just one of his adventures. And we're going to lean into that. Yeah. Every choice they made, I think, is really, really, really smart. It looks it appears to feel like a Machine Games game, which I really appreciate. I'm just so glad it's not Uncharted. That's really my thing about it, is it so very quickly could have been Uncharted, and it's not, and I'm so happy for that.
Tavin, this has the potential to be the best indie game of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching and listening. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let us know down in the comments below how you felt about the Xbox Developer _Direct 2024. How excited are you for each and every one of these games? And remember, until next time, have a great time. And Phil, say goodbye to the people.
See ya.